turning his home into a war room, or, to use his words, a government in exile. Within hours, dozens of people are lining up in Sam's home, including OpenAI employees and senior executives. Lawyers set up an office outside his bedroom. Mira Murati is there, which is pretty weird considering she's just replaced him as CEO. Sam, for his part, works the phones. According to his phone records, he's on calls for 12 hours a day. Step 3, stay relaxed. 6 p.m. rolls around. The 5 p.m. deadline has come and gone. The board has neither reinstated Sam nor resigned. Sam walks out to his living room and starts handing out a round of Negronis. You need to relax, he tells people. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Step 4, make a show of strength. On Saturday night, Sam sends out a single tweet. I love the OpenAI team so much. Within minutes, dozens of OpenAI employees are retweeting it with heart emojis. Step 5, set the terms of the fight. Now, Sam has this guy, Chris Lahane, on the line. He's a political operative whose personal motto is apparently, everyone has a plan until you punch them in the mouth. Lahane, maybe unsurprisingly, wants Sam to go scorched earth on the board, drag them in the press, destroy them. Sam, though, plays it differently. He steps back and lets his supporters and allies build his case for him. They start feeding sympathetic journalists.
Oh shit! So he's like, he don't do the work, but he just like did like himself to like a victim. I don't know how to say it. A victim. Yeah, he's like doing himself to a victim, and people are gonna like take his side because people like think he like take care of him because he's like he's done like a victim persona of what the people have like get me out what do you call it from me out of ChatGPT place, and I did not do nothing, and people like support him, and the way of they do the social media posts and everything like that.
To shape the narrative in the press. The board doesn't know what they're doing. The board is in over their heads. The board won't even say why they did it. Within 24 hours, the narrative isn't Sam Altman was fired. The narrative is, what the hell was the board thinking?
Oh, why he be okay?
Which actually is a good question. What was the board thinking?
Oh shit.
In 2003, a teenager shows up at the University of Toronto and knocks on the door of Professor Geoffrey Hinton, a future godfather of AI. That teenager's name is Ilya Sutskever, and he's interested in Hinton's work on artificial neural networks, an out-of-fashion approach to AI that's loosely inspired by biological brains. So Hinton gives Ilya an old paper. A few days later, the teenage Ilya comes back with an insight it had taken the field years to produce. For most of his life, Ilya Sutskever has seen things in AI before other people see them. Fast forward to 2012.
Oh shit.
Ilya, Hinton, and a colleague have been researching deep learning, basically just making neural networks way bigger than had been tried.
Oh, I think sometimes when you like think back, when you like see movies and like that, and they do think like this is like science fiction, sci-fi, and like nowhere this gonna be like true, and like people in the world are really like in a mission to do something that's gonna like blow the world up of like, and have like minds of they know 5, 10, 12 like 20 years like in the future of they know something's gonna like be big, and they know it like 20 years back. That's crazy. How can you like? But when you are in like a side of the world there, I don't know, you are in like a side of the something you're really passion with, then you can like see the future because you have so much knowledge about it and know the potential for growth. same time, like people are watching football like that, they know so much about the players, the game, how the game's playing, and like they can do what you call it, or they can see a player and say, oh, he gonna be good like 10 years in the future, when he plays in like a junior, like in the junior team, and like you see him and like you say, oh, he gonna be good because I see the quality in this section and this section, and he gonna be like a big player. I think it's same thing with these guys. They are like they they like just like we call it, they just see the future because they know so much about the section of maybe AI or like intelligence or like technology and like that. That section there, they know so much about it, and like they know the potential of something because they have so much knowledge about it. Same thing with all other things. So you need to be really like passionate about it because this is crazy.
Before. At the time, mainstream AI researchers have been struggling for years to get computers to correctly label images. The best-in-class programs are wrong about 25% of the time. Ilya and Hinton debut a network that demolishes that world record.
Oh shit.
In 2013, a young startup called DeepMind uses the same type of deep neural network and unveils an AI system that can top human experts at multiple different classic video games. In 2015, Elon Musk and a charismatic guy named Sam Altman take Ilya out to dinner. They don't trust DeepMind. They want to start a new AI lab. They want to save the world. They want Ilya to be a part of it.
Oh, Elon Musk, or like I think Elon Musk is the most smartest, most like good. Like he have started Tesla. He have started SpaceX. He was like one of the first persons like open AI and like ChatGPT. He's so fucking. He's so like he's before, like he's 10 steps before everybody in every section of this like technology and like the future. It's crazy.
Ilya turns down a $6 million a year please don't leave us counteroffer from his employer Google and joins them.
Oh shit, he switched aside.
In 2016, DeepMind shocks the world with an AI system that beats one of the greatest human masters of the board game Go. The next year, they try using 100 times more computer chips, and instead of teaching this AI system Go with examples, they just let it start playing itself. In 8 hours, it is better at the game of Go than any person or program that has ever played. By this time, Ilya is convinced that the path to AGI might be as simple as finding the right neural network design and then scaling it up. And in 2017, 18 months into leading research at OpenAI, he reads a paper from Google that makes him jump out of his chair, run down the hall, and tell his colleagues, everyone stop what you're doing. This is it. Over the next 5 years, OpenAI is going to make a series of exponentially larger bets that prove Ilya's conviction right. They train GPT-2 and discover that it has abilities they hadn't specifically trained it for, like being able to translate text into new languages. The text output from GPT 3.5 is so human-like that they wrap it in a user-friendly interface and try releasing it as a chatbot. It hits 100 million users in 2 months. By this time, Ilya has developed a slogan. He says it around the office. A couple weeks after the ChatGPT release, at the company's holiday party, he gets his colleagues to chant it back to him. Feel the AGI. He wants them to take it seriously. To take seriously that the progress might not stop. That this curve they're riding, a curve that started way back in 1956 with a few researchers in New Hampshire dreaming about thinking machines, might just keep going up. Soon, AI systems might match human intelligence, and then surpass it, and then vastly surpass it. And then, the person in control of the technology will have their hands on something unprecedentedly powerful.
Oh my god.
Something they may not be able to control at all.
Scientists
Oh,
have
that
been
sounds-
accused of playing God for a while.
But that sounds so fucking scary. Or cool. And like scary and cool, and like a world there the people are not the control of the things, like something bigger, something more big, like in knowledge section, and it's like everything in every section more advanced and as like a human is. And we cannot, now is the time where we can stop it, but we don't want to, because we want to see the result of what we have built, because one section is money and one section is the 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 tool is so powerful and so good that you don't want to end it. And if it gets better, maybe someday people are gonna die for it. You know, oh damn, oh my god, oh fuck. But I don't know where I'm like where I'm like taking this from, but in it's most of like sci-fi things, but sci-fi movies. But the crazy thing is, sci-fi movies are real in some sections, like in like this section of the thing with AI, like before. And I think like movies from AI and like sci-fi movies have taken it from like this section of they know a little bit about things, and like, you know what I mean, and like some like fantasy and like everything like that. But most of it is like, it's like logic. If you build something that's so good that in the beginning you think, oh no, you want to have it or you don't want to have it. Is it good? Because if I have it, if I have it, it can help me with this faster. Life is more easier. If I don't have it, life is gonna be not more like this gonna be like we're gonna go backwards. We want to go forward, like, you know what I mean. And like we don't, something, this tool is so good, and like, you know what I mean. And when that's the beginning, and then like in the middle, like it's like two sides, end it, and like this is what just from my brain, like end it or no, don't end it. And like people in the middle, three sides, end it. People who like don't know, they use it, but they think it's like really, like they don't know too much knowledge about it to say something. And people who know what the result can be of this technology and said end it, because this gonna happen, this gonna happen. And like you have all the sides and people, you know. And like we have like a four-party too, the people who's investing, you know, on the people who investing, they don't want to like lose the money, they like, you know what I mean. So yeah, everything like the chips and everything gonna be like something who's like like, you know, it's like you know, with threads, like they are like, you cannot, if you take, if something's gonna go, everything's gonna go, because you need to know, if something is gonna go, you need to go over all this, like, you know what I mean. And like before you can take down like maybe like some AIs, or like, you know what I mean. Because if you end some AIs, like, you know what I mean, you need to end some other AIs, and like they can talk about which AI is good, which AI is not good. This AI is like not too powerful, we can have it. This, and like you can have a like argument, and like the end gonna be like there you don't have a choice. You need to have it in your life, in every situation, and in every situation, in every like what you call it, place, and like every place in your life, you need to have it in some ways. And like they gonna control us, we don't control them, in a way, you know what I mean.
But there is a real sense in which we are creating something very different from anything we've created so far.
Oh
At the
shit.
2022 retreat, Ilya and his colleagues are hanging around a campfire, and he's got this wooden effigy in his hand that he commissioned from a local artist. The effigy, he explains, represents an AI that is pretending to be nice, but has actually been lying to them. Ilya douses it in lighter fluid and sets it on fire. Around the same time, Ilya is starting to get very worried about Sam. Sunday morning, November 19th, 2023, less than 48 hours since Sam Altman was fired, and he's heading into the office. Interim CEO Mira Murati has invited Sam to come by for the day. So Sam goes to the front desk, gets a visitor's badge, and because he's Sam, immediately posts a selfie with the caption, "First and last time I wear one of these." Negotiations go on for hour after hour with the board. Journalists are camped out outside the OpenAI offices, tracking the steady stream of takeout deliveries. No one involved has slept much in the last 48 hours. But Sam feels good. The board is losing in the court of public opinion. They've definitely lost with the employees, and they're even open, it seems, to bringing him back as CEO. There's haggling going on over who would need to resign, who would make what statements. It really seems like the board is out of cards and about ready to fold. Or are they? See, all weekend, the board has been putting out feelers to anyone in their network who might be willing to come in as interim CEO. At one point, they reach out to Dario Amodei, the CEO of OpenAI's bitter rival Anthropic, to ask if he wants to be CEO, maybe even combine the companies. He's not interested. But Sunday evening, late in the night, with hundreds of employees at the office expecting an end to the drama, the board makes a sudden announcement. Murati has been replaced. There's a new CEO. Enter Amit Shear, co-founder of Twitch, the website with the
What?
videos and
No, what? Twitch?
the game. You know the one. Sam is shocked. He feels like the board has been negotiating in bad faith all weekend. OpenAI employees flood out of the building. Sam goes home in disgust. But Sam Altman being Sam Altman, he already has another move lined up. The previous day, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella had asked Sam if he wanted to join Microsoft.
The fuck?
Now, Sam tells him he's
The Twitch CEO?
in. At 7 minutes before midnight on Sunday, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella tweets that Sam, along with his number 2, Greg Brockman, will be joining Microsoft.
What?
Word spreads very quickly through employee signatures.
Oh.
Anyone who wants to join them will have a guaranteed job at Microsoft. Now, think about how this lands with the employees. They have been banking on this tender offer that now looks dead in the water. The board has just fired their leader, the guy that all the investors love, who's now been immediately snapped up by a much larger company, which they are now being invited to join. And they still have no idea why this is happening. All they've been given is that one phrase, not consistently candid. I think it's time to tell you what that means.
Okay.
A few weeks before the firing, a terrified Ilya Sutskever sends a disappearing email to 3 of his fellow board members, Tasha McCauley, Helen Toner, and Adam D'Angelo. It contains a 70-page 2-part memo. The screenshots inside have been compiled covertly over the course of months. There are Slack messages photographed with personal phones to avoid screenshots on company devices. The first line of the memo reads, "Sam exhibits a consistent pattern of lying, undermining his execs, and pitting his execs against one another. This forms the centerpiece of the case that Ilya Sutskever, the man who spent a decade telling the world that superintelligence is coming, is starting to form against his co-founder and CEO, Sam Altman." Let's go through it. Exhibit A, the lying. Many of those screenshots came from one person, Mira Murati, the board's eventual pick as interim CEO. Back in October, on multiple calls with the board, Murati had explained in detail Altman's toxic leadership style, a pattern of behavior going back years. If someone resisted his decisions, he would tell them whatever he thought they wanted to hear. If that didn't work, then he would undermine their credibility and turn people against each other. So this is why the board was so cagey during the firing. They'd been told by outside legal counsel that they couldn't reveal this information without revealing Murati as the source and putting themselves at serious legal risk. Exhibit B, the safety lapses. At a board meeting in December 2022, Sam told the directors that 3 controversial changes to GPT-4 had all been approved by the company's Joint Safety Review Board. Helen Toner asked for documentation. It didn't exist. It turns out only one of the changes had been approved. Around the same time, Microsoft started testing the still unreleased GPT-4 in India without any safety approval. The board found out about this by accident, from a conversation in a hallway. Later, Sam sends a Slack message to the company. He says that the company's lawyer decided GPT-4 Turbo also doesn't need joint safety review. Mira Murati checks with the lawyer. He says he never said that.
On multiple occasions, he gave us inaccurate information about the small number of formal safety processes that the company did have in place.
It really seems like the man who thought he was building superintelligence was lying to the board about how he was keeping it safe. Exhibit C, the fund. Sam Altman had also told the board and the world that he was an independent director of OpenAI with no financial stake in the company. But it turned out that the OpenAI startup fund, $175 million of venture capital deployed in OpenAI's name, was personally owned by Sam Altman. It does now seem like this was mostly done to make paperwork easier rather than for Sam's personal financial gain. But it took months for the full situation to be clarified to the board after they raised the issue. Exhibit D, the paper. Helen Toner authors an academic paper, buried within it some very mild criticism of OpenAI. Altman is furious. He goes to Sutskever personally, says that Tasha Macaulay agrees Helen Toner needs to be removed from the board. Macaulay had said no such thing.
Not trusting the word of the CEO, who is your main conduit to the company, your main source of information about the company, is just
Oh shit! So he like hiding things about that's nothing like the security things and like that. That's not good.
Totally impossible.
It turned out that the board had been deadlocked for months over filling multiple vacancies. Sam wanted his picks. Interviews were on the agenda for the November board meeting, just days away. If Sam-aligned directors joined the board, then these four would lose their majority and they'd never be able to fire him. Their window was closing. They decided they had to act. As Ilya told one board member at the time, "I don't think Sam is the guy who should have his finger on the button." The early hours of Monday, November 20th, 2023, 61 hours since Sam Altman was fired. Around 1 a.m., a letter starts to circulate on various signal chats. It's never been totally clear who drafted this letter, but it seems likely that it came from senior executives.
Recent evidence suggests the original idea came from Sam himself.
Let me read you some of it. It's addressed to the board of directors. The process through which you terminated Sam Altman and removed Greg Brockman from the board has jeopardized all of this work and undermined our mission and company. Your conduct has made it clear you did not have the competence to oversee OpenAI. Despite many requests for specific facts for your allegations, you have never provided any written evidence. You also informed the leadership team that allowing the company to be destroyed, quote, would be consistent with the mission. That mission, if you recall from earlier, being to ensure that AGI benefits all of humanity. The letter demands that OpenAI reinstate both Sam Altman and Greg Brockman. The first signature is Mira Murati's. This is one of those moments that we can only fully appreciate now that we know the full details of why the board fired Sam. Murati is essentially accusing the board of not having evidence, when she herself provided many of the screenshots that formed the basis for their case. Of course, no one else knew that at the time. The letter spreads around quickly, and within a few hours, most of OpenAI's employees have signed. Along with the letter, many employees start posting the same phrase on X. OpenAI is nothing without its people. Now, there are a few possible readings for why so many employees signed this letter so quickly. One is that they were genuinely shocked and unhappy about Altman's firing. Another is that they were worried about the value of their shares. For a lot of them, the majority.
That's the thing I talked about. They don't want to like the shares. People like moving different when you see your shares, your money is not going the right way. It's
of their
red.
net worth. As one employee who chose to remain anonymous told a journalist a few weeks later, Sam Altman is not the best CEO, but millions and millions of dollars and equity are at stake. Another reading backed up by some reporting at the time is that once the letter started to snowball, People felt pressure to jump on the bandwagon, whether for fear of Altman's retribution or simple peer pressure.
I think there was a lot of like phone banks and like people like getting really organized to try to like really get everyone to sign this thing.
In the wee hours of Monday morning, another name appears on the growing list of signatures. Ilya Sutskever.
What the fuck?
There's this great line from season 1 of The Wire. If you come at the king, you best not miss. It's pretty timeless advice, whether you're talking about drug lords or ancient emperors.
Oh shit. He moving different.
If you challenge someone extremely powerful, you have to succeed immediately and totally, or you're screwed. It turns out that OpenAI was not the first time Sam Altman had faced this kind of challenge. First, Looped, Sam Altman's first company.
Looped is about connecting with people